Hello everyone and welcome to I Bought a Watch. Look, I just want to start off this video straight off by saying a massive thank you to everyone who has subscribed. The support in the comments have been amazing and it absolutely baffles me how we've managed to get 37 subscribers after just a couple episodes and days with this channel. I've hopefully replied to all the comments in the previous videos and would like to give a warm welcome to any subscribers I haven't personally welcomed to the channel yet. Speaking of which, if you are watching and do like the content, and want to be notified every time I release a new video, please do hit that like and subscribe button. It really does help the channel out. Okay, enough talk, let's get on with the episode. So today we're going to be looking at a piece that I have actually been lent by a friend. Thanks again, Harry. So this is not only an interesting piece simply because it is an iconic piece of watch in fashion history, but also because it is the watch that Harry chose. Now, let me explain this. I'm sure he won't mind me saying, but Harry isn't at all into watches, so I thought it would be interesting to see what he chooses to wear on his wrist for a change. And without further ado, I won't keep you waiting any longer. It is, of course, a Casio. Now, I must say, for a shot in the dark, this is a great choice. Now, this particular model number is the A168WG-9EF. Perhaps not exactly the colorway for me, but definitely a standout piece. Now I'm sure none of you need any introduction to Casio. They have been watch staples for many of us through childhood, and a great option when it comes to extreme sports or a particularly hardy daily beater. But for those of you who don't know, Casio was founded in 1946 and specialized in fabrication technology. By the 1980s, Casio was one of the earliest manufacturers of both analog and digital quartz watches, and as a result, was a key player in instigating the quartz crisis, which in turn resulted in many Swiss manufacturing markets collapsing. As a result, Casio became a companion for many of us, watch lover or not. Hence, it's no surprise that this piece really harks back to the style of the 80s and 90s, and arguably has a sort of modern heritage of its own. Okay, first, wow, that is a lot of gold. As I said earlier, it's not particularly my cup of tea, but definitely an eye dazzler. As I said before, this model is the A168WG-9EF. Phew, that does not get any easier. Now, first thing that stands out is, of course, clearly it's a digital watch. And secondly, is that incredibly high polished gold bezel surround. It really does play with the light in really quite interesting ways. This particular model can be picked up for £34.79 off Amazon. I'll leave a link in the description below. Like most Casios, this one features an acrylic crystal, which is incredibly durable but does scratch quite easily. In typical Casio fashion, they have branded this all over that dial. Written clearly at the top there is Casio Alarm Chrono, and this particular model features the electroluminescence illuminator, which they are more than happy to advertise, as well as its water resistance, which is stated at 30 meters. The dial also states the functions of those three pushers being moving clockwise, the start-stop on the right, and mode and light on the left. The watch features an integrated stainless steel gold-coated pressed bracelet, which has a brushed finish. The bracelet is 21mm at those lugs and tapers down to a thin 14mm at that buckle. There is a little closer look at that pressed bracelet, no doubt pretty painful for anyone with hairy wrists like mine. The case back is screwed down by 4 little screws. Those can easily be removed to replace the battery inside, and the back reads Casio, stainless steel, water resistant, made in China, and a serial number. The case dimensions are 37mm lug to lug, 34mm wide. The lug width appears about 21mm at the top of the case, and this is nicely matched by that 21mm at the top of the bracelet. But as you can see on the reverse, the bracelet is actually 18mm, so this is going to be a hard strap to replace. The bracelet clasp is actually quite a nice adjustable sliding buckle. You simply hook in the safety and press down to secure. So that's, you hook it and you press down. As you can see, the buckle is also signed with the Casio logo. Now, something that's probably quite useful is when I got this watch, I was trying to adjust the bracelet for my wrist and notice it's a bit fiddly, so let me just show you how to do it. You get a little screwdriver and put it in this opening and lever it up, and that allows you to slide it back and forth along the bracelet. Now to lock it, you simply press down and secure. I will say one thing, this thing is a fingerprint magnet. You will need to be either wiping it on the cuff of your sleeve or carrying around a microfiber cloth. Now, as you can see, this case also does scratch, but actually it's so shiny that it's quite hard to detract from the overall gold appeal. This thing really doesn't look like the £34 price tag. Now, let's get onto some of the features. The digital watch face displays the hours, minutes, and running seconds, with an AM/PM indicator, the day of the week, and the date. This particular model features an alarm and a stopwatch. Disappointingly, it doesn't feature a countdown timer like many other Casios. The watch also, as the name Luminator suggests, has a light, and I'm pleased to say the light is very good, and lights up the whole display nicely. The only thing I would say is the light is only activated when holding down the button. It would have been nicer to have the option to press it for a couple of seconds of light. And here's the wrist shot. Wow. See, it's not quite as small as I thought it would look on my 7.5-inch wrist. And to be honest, I am actually kind of coming around to this watch. Although it really is giving me incredibly strong Scarface, Pablo Escobar vibes, so I don't know if I'm quite the man to pull this one off. I've got it on a bit tight. It's actually getting to golden hour here in the UK, so I'm going to go loosen this up and take it outside to show you what it looks like in its element. Wow, would you look at that? All of a sudden I feel as if I'm transported to Miami Beach, and lockdown is a thought far out of my mind. So is this worth the £34.79 price tag? No. I still recommend buying the ridiculously cheap £8.50 F91W, which is essentially the same watch and is far better bang for your buck. But that being said, I must say, when my friend first showed me this piece, I was not impressed by the garish gold colour, the cheap feeling of the watch. But when you do a little bit of research, he's actually walking around with a piece of horological history on his wrist. Plus, it could turn your afternoon into a trip back to the early 90s. So all in all, not bad for someone who doesn't know his lugs from his bezels. Alright, thank you so much for watching. Please do remember to like and subscribe if you enjoyed the episode, and I will see you again in the next one. Bye for now.